So lo and behold, when I turn around to put stuff in that thing right there, to see his parts, I was like, excuse you? You're not made yet? And he was like, no. And I'm like, bro. So I had the parts already done. I just needed the white part. So yeah, we made him. We actually started him on the 1st. We only got like to here on the body. And then we did the rest of that last night. And then I'm like, well, we need octos. Guys, I have been using up a lot of yarn. I'm no longer keeping track of it just because I don't need it for challenges anymore. But we finished up 2 skeins of peach. This is peach. Because this is orange. But we finished up 2 skeins of this. Don't ask me why it came out smaller. I don't know. Literally, everything's the same. But then I had time, so I'm like, okay, well, let me pull out my buckets. So, I made, the whales don't have a basket, but I didn't want to put them in those buckets yet. So we made 2 whales. This one is, I'm only making them in the colors I do not have. So for whales, I don't actually have many whales at all, so I probably won't make a couple of each color. But I've got coral and safety yellow. And I dropped it. Keep in mind, this is all what I made just last night. And then regular yellow of the octos, coral of the octo, and peach. For some reason, the tentacles are so hard to get right because there's so little space. You're supposed to do the fin, have 2 single crochet, and then a fin, but there's just not enough room. So I don't know if I need to start putting in like false singles because, like, look at the, like, you know, like, yeah. So I don't know about that one. And then we did safety yellow and coral in the spiders. Spiders are pretty full. I don't really think there's any colors I absolutely have to have. This was my favorite color. I'm so sad. I can only get it online. We all know how I feel about that $30. But yeah, look at spiders. Spiders are just pretty full. I don't think I'm going to need any more. Okay, guys. Spiders needs aqua and purple. And dark pink. But obviously, baby whales and the baby octos, which are brand spanking new, need a little more love. So the way my mind is working is I have plenty of big items. I mean, I haven't finished the second Anchor the Octopus, but I've got dragons, I've got small stuff, medium stuff, every price range. But these guys are actually what's sold the best. Yes, they're only $2, but what I also think is this is going to be the day before Easter. There's going to be a lot of little kids, I'm hoping. The Easter Bunny's going to be there. Little kids don't have a lot of money. Parents don't want to spend a lot of money. I'm thinking I need to, like, bust out a bunch of these. But I still want to make sure I'm getting everything else on my list. Because, let's look. I actually have the list pulled up here. I need to make some pickles as well. So the Google Sheets list is different than this list. I haven't really been following this list. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I need to make. I think the swinging animals are going to have to get the boots. I think the third anchor, the octopus, is gonna have to get the boots. I did the 2 beanie dragons. Oh, I had the white duck. It was right here. So we're just kind of doing stuff out of order. We are at 40 items. I think I gotta figure out what I need to prioritize. So I have 3 pickles left. So if I don't get to those, not a big deal. Same with the turtles. The turtles I would like to try to get done. But it is what it is. Okay, I just looked at my list. It says I have 3, like, one $2 turtle, 2 $5 turtles. It says I have 6 $8 turtles. So that'd be 9 turtles. And then obviously the 3 big turtles. So I mean, it's not where I want to be, but that's fine. Like, oh, by the way, we have 16 days. So 32 more items? Is that right? So what I'm thinking for my plan, I bought a bunny pattern because it was 50% off. I've been eyeing it for a while, but she had it 50% off, so I got it. It was $2. I think I need to prioritize those and the small stuff. And then I do want to make sure I get at least 2 dachshunds done and restock all the octopuses. I think that's where I need to be. As for this guy, I think I'm going to save him for the next market. He's like 60% done, but that's going to take a lot of time, and I want to make sure I commit to it properly. So yeah, we're on track. We're doing good. But yeah, I'm going to go clean my room and film the other end part of this. This is already at 30 minutes. Yeah. And we still have 16 days to go. So, the recap part might be a part 2. It probably will be. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. I'll be back later. Okay, guys, we finished the last safety yellow. Safety yellow. There's 2 eyes there. I think this bottom turned out a lot better. So, I was starting to do 2 singles in each thing, and it makes it a little bigger than what the pattern says, but I think it's necessary. Like, doesn't that look a lot better than, like, that? They look the same. Ignore this. I'm fine. So, when Mom cleans my room, not the studio, but my room, it scares Ella. So Ella goes to Mom's room and she hides under the bed and she's there pretty much the whole day. It happens all the time. So we just so happen to have to give them their flea treatments today because Mom leaves tomorrow. So when she got back into my room, I gave her space, gave her plenty of time, gave her wet food, gave her cuddles, and then we gave her her flea treatment and she had her claws. She did perfect. But when she was trying to leave, she had her claws out and she nicked me a little bit. It was bleeding a little bit, so I just popped the Band-Aid on there. But we're good. But I want to talk to you guys real quick. We're going to do a tally. I just entered April's numbers, like all the stock we've made into the system. So main stock, the main hoorah, the random bits and whatnot, 1,122. Now, the fidget stock, which once this sells, I don't think I'll ever, like, remake anything, but we'll see. So, in fidget stock, we have 165. Don't get me wrong, I love the fidgets. I love making them. I find them so cute. They just do not sell for me, which is a big shame. So, the Easter stock is kind of low. But I'm not going to have an Easter table. So much noise. I'm going to have like a spring table. Because I don't think I have enough for like an Easter table, you know? Because I don't want to make like a bunch of stock. So what I'm going off of is the fact that, one, I've never done this market on a Saturday. It's always been Sundays. 2, it's the day before Easter. The Easter Bunny's going to be there. So I'm hoping it's going to be better than it has been. My past markets have been perfect. I love them. I've made profit, and that's the whole goal. But they haven't been crazy. So I'm hoping this one's, like, really good, you know? But $56. And the Easter. Now, so I had a large peep on here. So I don't think that was the one I made. So that might be $10 off. So seasonal stock. Here's the thing, guys. Most of that seasonal stock is with the regular stock. Except for Christmas. Christmas is upstairs. So, but most of this is in a rotation. So, I don't know. I don't really want to count that towards inventory because it's not really doing anything right now. It's just kind of there, you know? So, we're going to ignore that. Snugglers. Again, I love making the snugglers, but they don't sell. I did add all of our new ones into here. So, including the 4 new items, snugglers are up to $3.25. Same with the food. Like, I love making the food, but the only thing that really sells is the pickles. Which, I need to make at least maybe 1 or 2 more of those. We'll see. But I got time. Food is at $2.04. I haven't really been making anything for that. Okay, guys. You are never going to believe this. So, the 2-day market that I wanted to do was going to be July 26th and July 27th. I thought it was June. So, I booked MetroCon with my girlfriend, girls who are friends, for July 26th and 27th. And I know what you're thinking. I absolutely do not have to do a 2-day market. I want to do a 2-day market. I want to see if I'm going to fail, if I can make it, you know? So yeah. There was another one in September, but Mom's going to be dog sitting again. So there's one in November as well, but I don't think Mom will be able to get November off to come and help me. And the problem is I can't have anyone else in my car because my car is so full of other stuff. So whoever I need to help me has to be able to drive there. And unfortunately, that's no one but my mom. She's the only one. So, yeah. Definitely need her. So, I'm thinking, this is going to sound crazy, but what about May 27th and 26th? I've looked at the numbers on the videos, and most of the, like, when I watch a certain movie, those don't really do too good, which is fine, you know, it's not everyone's cup of tea. Can't really show you the movie anyway. But anything market prep kind of does really good. But with that set aside, the main issue is I don't know when work is going to be over. I'm going to assume it's going to be at the end of May, but we don't know. And that's kind of the scary value right here, is we don't know what's happening. We don't know when we're going to close. May 30th is like a cutoff date, like you got to be closed by. But I mean, we're already selling fixtures. And without fixtures, you can't have a store. So, it is what it is. But I think I could do it, but it's going to depend on how this Saturday goes. Because if I sell out, which I will, you know, like, I'm thinking about it though. There's still a couple spots. Saturday has 76 available. And Sunday has 94 days available. I really just want to go for the experience. Obviously to make money, but for the experience. So yeah. You guys won't see this in time for... Oh, actually, no. You guys can put in input. But you'll see this after my market. But yeah. Tell me what you guys think. Down below. And I'm going to go back to making stuff. I'm going to... Tentament. See, what I'm doing is I'm picking a color and I'm making all 3 items. But I wonder if that's actually slowing me down. I wonder if I should just be making... the spider, the whale, the octopus, just making one thing in every color that I need for it, maybe? I think that might be slower, but we'll see. I'm also going to be using the Posh for the bunnies. I think it's going to be the perfect size, because I need to make a bunch of those. So yeah, that's the plan, and I'll come back later. Bye! Okay guys, it's technically April 4, Friday, but I'm just going to count everything for Thursday because I don't know when the time changed over. So this bunny was low sew instead of no sew, so I just did a bobble stitch tail and I crocheted the ears on the head instead of making them separate. He's almost done, but he needs a bow tie. I have discovered I don't like Big Twist Posh. So I posted it online to sell because there's no point in me keeping yarn if I don't like it. And I know there's probably a lot of people looking for it. So I reduced the price from what it is retail right now, even though most of those skeins were new. I only kept Glowworm because that's the perfect Grinch color. But we got a bunny. I do need to update the inventory, but then I'm going to bed. So all of these are the spiders, the octos, and the whales. We got Electric Violet, Hibiscus, Tentament. I just throw in embroidered eyes randomly. And then we have this one, which I'm just going to call a dark purple because there's no label. But yeah, we made 3, 6, 12, 13 items today, I believe. I don't think I finished anything else. So yeah, I'll see you guys tonight. I'm going to spend my morning working on the blankets and then I will go to work. So I'll make something when I get home. So the spiders are pretty much done. I just need that purple right there. And I believe I have one more purple. And then spiders are done. The only thing that really needs more colors are going to be the octo and the whale. But by doing them each by color, it keeps me interested and I'm not getting bored. So it's great. And also look at Bailey. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I almost just died. I'm not being dramatic. This is why if you live in a community, you get to know your neighbors. So I was working on my custom blanket. I put towels on the floor. I got my table and I got my blanket set up on the floor. And I had my yarn detangled on the floor. It was a beautiful setup. So I had to go out and do stuff. So I moved the blanket up so nobody would try anything. So I get back. I make my lunch, meal prep, dinner thing, which you've seen that video by now. It's a nice day out. It cooled down a bit. It was hot, so I didn't let them out. The culprit's right there. Hold on. Yeah. So I let Bailey and Raven outside. Small note that the screen door is broken, so they can get out. So I don't know what I think I was walking around the condo or something. I don't know what happened, but they were unsupervised on the porch. So I get back, and Raven is sitting in my spot where I was working on the blanket. Didn't think anything of it. You know, she loves me. So I turned to my right. I think I was sitting there for a good couple of minutes before I realized it. There was a lizard. And correct me if I'm wrong, the whole point of having cats is for them to protect me. So she must have brought the lizard there. And I didn't notice it until later, and it was on the client's blankets. I looked at it. It appears fine, but I just can't deal with that type of stuff. And there's no one home. Mom's dog sitting. There is the roommate, but he can't touch stuff. So I'm freaking out. I'm trying to get the cats to get it. I'm on video chat with my mom, and I'm like, forget this. So I call my neighbor in a panic. He's like 2 doors down. He comes over. He grabs a paper towel. He grabs it and takes it out. And I'm like, I love you. You are my favorite neighbor. Like, that almost took me out. And he's here grabbing it. I'm like 98% sure it was alive. It just wouldn't move. But I'm pretty sure it was alive. And I'm like, oh, Joe, thank you. But anyways, to get back on track, I was right in the middle of an anime episode when I saw it. So I was sitting with it for a good 20 minutes. Oh, okay. Like, I'm done. I was going to work on it all night long until I went to bed, but I put it away. So we are technically behind on the challenge, but we're not behind. So, I obviously haven't done anything today because I've tried to work on the blanket all day. We are at 55 items, which is why we're behind, but we're not actually behind. Because the goal was 60, if you remember correctly. So, I don't remember where we kind of left off. So, we're just going to go over everything I have on my desk here so that I can clean it up. So, on the 3rd, we made this little bony, and then we made 4 mini, oh wait, which ones are, no. 4 mini spiders, 4 mini whales, and 4 mini octos. And then, on day 4, we made this cute little adorable, sewing mushy boy. I think his hat's on crooked, but it gives it appeal. And then on day 5, we finished the anchor, the octopus, and I had yarn to spare. So I was like, okay, bet, because I thought I was going to run out. So I made a big mushy boy hat, but then I still had yarn left over, so I'm like, so I made a yarn sale, and I just threw it in as some extra yarn, but we need to make that. So then I'm like, well, wouldn't it look cute if we had a bunch of mini mushy boys? We got mini poppets, We got big mushy boys. We got medium mushy boys. But what if we had itty bitty baby mushy boys? So I made this hat on yesterday. I don't know. I just wasn't in a crochet mood yesterday. I'm like, I think I overdid it with the minis. And then, yeah. Still not really in a crocheting mood, but there's a bunch of stuff I need to make. Also, guys, to recap, you know how I was telling you that I had made a white chicken, and I knew I had made a white chicken? I had made the white chicken. That's why the wings were yellow. So I have 2 white chickens and 1 mallard instead of 1 of each. And I'm like, it is what it is. It's not the end of the world, but I mean, yeah, kind of is the end of the world. Because I'm not making a yellow one. But going back to our list, I have 10 octos on here. I don't know if that's right. I have Adela the duck. I wanted more turtles. I had peeps and eggs. I'm not really going to make any more of those. So, bunnies. So I paid for this pattern here. And then I just modified it to be no-sew. So I just did like a bobble stitch instead of actually making a tail. This is supposed to have a bow on it, but I forgot. And then I just crocheted in circles around on the head instead of making them separate and sewing them on. But let me just update this. So I wrote down what I needed, each color for the baby whales, baby octos, and spiders. I wrote down all the colors I needed, but I didn't actually update them. So, I would like 2 more octo snugglers. I said new duck, but I have already done that. Oh, pickles. I also want to, I looked at the dachshund pattern. It looks complicated. It also keeps referring to a green color, but if you look at the pattern, there's no green anywhere. So I don't know why hold on. Yeah, it keeps referring to like a mallard green color, and I'm like, excuse me, there's no mallard green. I also can't make the other Anchor of the Octopus, the green one, because the yarn and the body is in Mom's car. But I found this while I was cleaning, and it's Sweet Snuggles Light BL10. But tell me, this would not look cute as a baby dragon snuggler. A snake? Maybe even the flower buddy? Tell me this would not look adorable. So I'm gonna, also I'm freehanding this because I could not find a pattern. But I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna use up this yarn because I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And I did not tell you guys I redid my studio. Oh, I redid my studio again. There's like a little bit of footage. Hello, guys. So I don't remember like which days I made all these on. So I kind of just put random things in random spots. I will say, so even though the Sweet Snuggles Light is expensive, it doesn't go on sale, it does last a lot. So the thing on day 6, I'm gonna assume, was the little dragon snuggler. We made it with the flare tail. It's got the cute little frills. So I decided to pull, because you can see this one's kind of mainly blue. It's got blue in it. So I decided to pull just chenille in, is that aqua? Whatever this color is. Oh, light blue. To pair it with this. And I'm kind of torn on pricing because this one's going to be a little bigger than its counterparts. So I don't know if I should price it the same. I also think I might have accidentally put the wings on upside down. But I mean, this is the first row right here. So I don't know. I think they should have been higher as well, but I love this guy. He's so cute. So then I decided to make a chicken because I thought this would be like a really cute chicken color, you know? So normally with this pattern, you need to go to 32, I think it is. So I just did one less row of decreases to hopefully get it, I'm trying to get it the size of the smaller version. I don't think it made a difference. I think I just messed up the pattern. But we got that guy. I'm going to count him as day 7s. And I know for a fact today, I made the little octo before work. It's a little octo. I mixed the arms and legs up. These are supposed to be here and these here, but nobody's gonna know. And then also paired it with the light blue. And then I still had more left over, so I'm like, okay, let me make the frog and Jada's book. Just this guy here. He's got cute little bobbles, if you can see him. I was trying to figure out if I should do the blue or white, because in the picture it's white, but I just did the blue. I don't know if I like it. Probably should have done white, but it is what it is. And then I'm like, well, I still had more. So I'm like, let me do the bunny that's in here as well. And I made the 2 ears and all 4 of its arms, legs, what have you. But I didn't want to start the head because the head was only going to have a couple rows and the rest was going to be a different color. It's going to look weird. So I'm going to do it in the light blue color. And hopefully it doesn't look weird. And then I still had more yarn. So I'm like, okay, well, let me do a little spider. Cute. And I ran out. Like, you see how much I had left? Like, that little bit of blue is all I needed. And, yeah. So, these 3 are for day 2. That's for day 2. Or day 8. And I'm going to count the spider for day 9 of April. Because it's technically midnight. Yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed tomorrow's video. I know I'm going to be late when you see it. But I just didn't have time to dedicate to a crochet video. Because obviously I'm doing this video. But this is item 60. So I'm excited. We're going to keep going. Thursday is dedicated to the blanket. I gotta get working on it. But we're ahead of schedule. I don't know. There's so many things that I could be making that I don't know what to make. Like, I know I want to make more turtles, but turtles are so time consuming. I know I should be making more of the minis. But I kind of overdid it with the minis and I wore myself out of crocheting. You know, so that's why I was focusing on just finishing this one skein. But even that, like, put me in a bit of a funk because I was running out of ideas. So I'm like, the most important thing is that I know, actually I got to inventory that stuff. The most important thing is that I know that I have plenty of stuff. I want to make more frogs, but I just don't know if I like this style. Like, I don't know if the sitting frog is giving me the vibes, you know? But we are at $332 for this challenge. So, I put the small pink dragons as 15. So, is 20 reasonable for this guy? I don't know. It says I already have an Ally the Octo. I do not remember having one. So I guess we'll see. So now we have 2 of these guys. Yeah, so I'm looking at my list. I'm looking at what I could make. It is what it is. I think I'm going to try to only do 1 item a day, maybe. And start focusing on the bigger items. Because there's a lot of big items over there. Like, our little friend here is almost done. He just needs arms and a body. And obviously we gotta figure out his hat. Because his hat is too big. But yeah, like, maybe we'll work on this tomorrow. After we finish the bunny. I forgot my phone's dead, so I'm gonna go. I'll see you guys on... Well, today's already the 9th. I'll see you when I get back from work. Bye! Hello? Oh, lighting. Hold on. So, I bought the all from Jade new pattern with this guy and his buddies. So, when she did it, he kind of bounced. Mine doesn't really bounce, but I think it's because I used Burnett and she used Parfait Chunky. But look at him. I absolutely love him. His head is stuffed. His bottom is not stuffed. But he does have like a weighted pouch that I made. So this is day 9. I think I'm going to price him at 20. I don't know if that's too low or not. We'll see. His head's kind of floppy though because it's, yeah. But he sits. So for day 10, I just made a couple swings. And then I didn't really make like a finished product. But today is day 11. And we made 18 swings. Yeah. And I know they look small. But they're actually not. They're actually the correct size. So she said to leave like a tail to sew. And I didn't know how much to leave, so I left a long tail. Turns out I don't actually need that much, so. And I know what you're thinking. How do I know which animal gets which color swing? And well, I've got a list. But for today's finished product, it is technically the 12th. This is what it is. I don't think it came out like it was supposed to come out, but I absolutely love it. I think I need to make more of these. Like, I know I said I was only making 2 of each. Except for the birds. Like, I'm doing 2 chicks, 2 mallards. But I think I need to make more of these. Ah! Oh, this is awkward. Hold on. Ah! Oh. Look how derpy! So, he sat, I'm going to assume it's a boy because it's blue. But he sat fine on his swing without me, like, sewing the body to the swing. Like, he sat fine. I just used that tail, though, to reinforce the body to the swing. And, yeah. One little axle is down. And we have all of these to go. So I talked to one of my friends at work, and she has been to the venue that I was thinking about going to for the 2-day market in May. She said it is not a good market space. It's very crowded. It's very claustrophobic. Everyone is, like, you know, right next to each other. She also said that the entrance only has one, like, entryway. And the tables in the front, when they stop the shop there, they block the flow of traffic, and I wasn't getting good vibes from what she was saying. So I'm going to do a May Mother's Day market instead on the 10th. And I know that's not much time in between markets, but I got 2 new patterns, and I think I'm going to be fine. I've got a lot of stuff for this market, and I don't plan on selling everything. So yeah, I think we're going to be fine. But that is what it is. It's getting kind of late. I'm going to go take a shower and read before bed. And it should be fun. But real quick. Look how cute Bailey is. Oh, wait. You can't see her. This is awkward. Hold on. Okay. Look Look how cute Bailey is.